Hello everyone and welcome to News and Review, where we take about 15 minutes at the end of our week to go over everything that's happened in Star Citizen over the course of the last week. So what happened this week? To start off, on Tuesday we got the subscriber newsletter and the subscriber comlink. The newsletter had in it that we are getting 3 exclusive, that's sub-exclusive or subscriber-exclusive, armor suits based on the Odyssey, RSI Venture Odyssey lines. And those are kind of a pinky and purpley sheen-like paints we get for our ships around Cormor, and we'll be touching Cormor a little bit later in the show. Also, the vehicle of the month is the Banu Defender. On top of that, the comlink version of the February subscriber promotions outline just exactly what those armor sets are going to look like, how to get your lost items back and earnable in-game, what the vehicle is in a little more detail, and it also mentioned we get a subscriber merchandise discount for all those who have subscribers. As always, there's the ever-present subscriber store where you can get all the sub-flair that has always been out since the game's inception. And then on Wednesday, we got not only the roadmap update, the roadmap roundup, which the roadmap update we'll get to a little while didn't really happen, but we got a roadmap roundup on it, and the January 2023 Squadron monthly report was posted on the comlink that was previously posted the week before in 2 emails. On Thursday, we had a Journey to 4.0 special, so this is not an ISC, was on interiors, and it was a very good episode, and we are actually going to be doing a special on Sunday with a whole bunch of other content creators. I'm calling it something around the lines of Star Citizen Content Creator Roundtable. And we're going to be talking about what we think of the building interiors and the episode. They went through a lot of the design questions and how they see the spaces being used and what the scale of building interiors actually is. So it was a really good episode. Also on Thursday, the start of Cormor 2953 kicked off, and there's many paints to buy for that. There's also a couple of contests going on. So if you're interested, the link to the page is down in the description. We also got a community hub update with events of all things. So there's plenty of things new on the community hub. There is also stuff has slightly moved around in things. So if you're interested in staying up to date on a lot of different Star Citizen things, the Community Hub is a great way to do that, so head over there. Again, links in the description. And then on Friday, we also had Star Citizen Live, which we had Chris, Owen, Matt, and Steven, a ship artist, a ship director, a tech artist, and a system designer, respectively. And we also had on our second segment the Chris, Lars, and Alice from Frankfurt and the Montreal lighting teams. After that, they talked about ship art, obviously, and then stuff they're doing in lighting. A lot of their stuff was newer, so they kind of read out the kind of things they've been doing lately. And then after that, Jared went on to describe the build system. And if anyone here is interested in how patches are made, I highly recommend giving that a watch. Again, link will be down in the description. This is more to summarize where all the content is, rather than to dispense all the content that happened throughout the week. We also got a weekly newsletter on Friday, which detailed the winners of the Moons of Fortune contest. So that was a contest that's just ending. Stuff that's happening for Cormor, so a new contest starting up, and the paints that you can get there. It detailed the current state of Star Citizen, so the live version of Star Citizen is currently Alpha 3.17.5. The PTU version is a version of 3.18, and the Wave Test Group is Wave 2. The MVP this week, that was Dora, the Destroyer, with a amazing website and tutorials for mining. So if you want to get into mining in Star Citizen, if you want to pick up as a additional career that you do in the game, or you're just getting to Star Citizen, it is very, very thorough, and I can't recommend it enough. Very good and well put together. I'm glad they got MVP for that. Alright, so to get into the Roundup, there was a big explanation of what's going to happen with the next patch, and the next patch, being 3.19, is going to be functioning off of the 3.18 branch. So they're going to be doing something a lot like they did for 3.17, where they take a lot of the stuff that's being developed and kind of just port it straight to that branch instead of branching off another thing and making it take longer. So we are going to be getting a patch before Invictus, or before May, or at least in May for Invictus. And some of the things that has been confirmed to mostly probably be coming with it is the Lorville Cityscape rework. So this is all the nice new pretty buildings and layout of Lorville, with the bigger buildings, the better art, and the shiny new skyline. The new player experience. This is an initiative to help guide players through about the first 30 minutes of the game, and this initiative will first focus on Area 18 and Bajini. I suspect that will be either built upon as time goes on, or it'll be refined a bit more and then moved around, as we know that Area 18 will be getting a complete rework and a very in-depth rework somewhere down the line. The new missions that we're going to be getting involve salvage contracts, so you'll be able to buy a mission basically in the game to where it will send you to a point to get some salvage. And it's a nice, easy way to find salvage without having to scan around like you can do for rocks. And we do know that there are mining missions coming sometime in the future, but they're starting out with these nice salvage ones, so you can jump right into salvage and not have to worry about having to find the salvage first. So, it does come with a little premium though, but it's a good mission. I enjoyed this one. Another new mission, we're getting a Ghost Hollow, so that's the downed reclaimer that's all overgrown and kind of slightly lived in. A PvP mission, but with a twist. They do mention AI nav mesh with this, so what that tells me is it's going to be a PvPvE mission. How that actually shakes out, we don't know. Hopefully they'll talk about this in ISC soon-ish, sometime before May. They also mentioned how the progress tracker was not updated. They are changing a bit more in the background than they had anticipated, and that's going to take at least another 2 weeks until we see the next roadmap update. In addition to that, we got a RSI launcher update. We got a Alpha 318 stress test on the PTU, and then we also got 4 new PTU patches this week with many bug fixes. Still a lot to go through, but many bug fixes. It's really stable. If you've caught any of the things that I've made over the past couple weeks, you'll know that I much rather play on the PTU at this point than live. It is looking so good, and on SCL they even said that they are looking any day to bring that to open PTU, so every single backer has access to it. So hopefully that will be sooner rather than later, so we can get this onto live and then start working on the 3.19 build. But anyway, that has been News and Review. Thank you everyone for watching. This has been more of an experimental one off the other one that was mostly scripted. This is more kind of conversational, and I scripted very little of this one, so let me know what you guys think of the adjusted format. Also, if you guys have enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it if you did, and subscribe for more news and tutorials related to Star Citizen, and also links in the description for the details on the Roundtable event that's going on Sunday, so be sure to subscribe for that, both here on YouTube and follow over on Twitch. That's where it seems to be getting a lot of traction for the streaming thing, but we will make sure to keep all the streams in video format on YouTube. That has been it for Recon Review. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a good one, and as always, be kind. Bye, guys.